Welcome to this week's Wax Pack Dad. More fun than should be legally allowed on a Thursday night. We're going to hit you with 1.21 gigawatts of power tonight. We're going to open these bad boys. We've got 4 packs of 1986 tops loaded with lots of Hall of Famers. We're going to try something new today, keep the format short and sweet. We're going to open these bad boys up, talk a little bit about the cards, and then we're going to give them away at the end. A little bit about these in this set. It's probably the first of the mass-produced so-called junk wax series. I think there's still a lot of value. I don't think they were as mass-produced as the 87 to 89s. But I think what stands out in this set, a lot of collectors are looking at it going, it's not the prettiest set that's out there. And Topps has had its share of duds over the years. Looking at you, 1990 and 1988 Topps as well. But they're also the pinnacle of card collecting. So some of the cards that we're going to be looking out for today are, your traditional Hall of Famers. Your Nolan Ryan, which PSA 9 goes for about $20, $25. Your George Brett, your Ricky Henderson, your Pete Rose, Don Mattingly, who's not a Hall of Famer, but should be in my book. In that $15 to $20 range, Ozzie Smith, Ryan Sandberg, Mike Schmidt, etc. I think notable about this is the lack of really impact rookies. And if you're looking at what rookies came out of this set, which are traditionally the most valuable cards, you got guys like Ozzie Guillen, Lenny Dykstra, Cecil Fielder, and Brewer fans may know his son Prince, and sportscaster from ESPN Harold Reynolds. I mean, those cards are $5 to $7 a piece. I think the one outlier here is Eric Davis, who isn't quite the fan favorite from the 80s, much like a Mattingly. Injuries kind of derailed his career, but, I was just looking through the stats there. In a 2-year period, I think he hit something like 70 home runs and 130 stolen bases. So it's ready to rip some packs. And before I forget about it, please hit the like and subscribe button if you're not already. Leave a comment, share this with your friends. This allows us to open better packs in the future, and I've got a lot of them ready to open. So we're going to start small and work our way up. And every week, I'm hoping to have better and better packs for you guys. So let's get rolling. We got a gum stain to start off with. 2 gum stains on both sides. That doesn't bode well. Okay, Dave Kingman, Mr. Home Run. Hey, Dwight Gooden, second pull. I love it. Doc Gooden. We're going to put him right up here. That's fantastic. He is just a fantastic pitcher. And if you don't really know about Dwight Gooden, injuries really derailed his career, drug use, etc. Pete Rose, second week in a row, Charlie Hustle. I'll pull a $12 and a $20 card right off the bat. I love it. Bruce Benedict and Jerry Willard. Your invite to spring training. Ed Jurak, Craig Lefferts, Don Ace, Luis Leo, an 85 record breaker, Tony Perez, the oldest player to hit a grand slam. He played in the Big Red Machine with Charlie Hustle as well. Some fantastic teams there. Oh, Tony La Russa, probably going to be a Hall of Fame manager someday. Mike Gallego and Al Holland. But I gotta say, right now, even if we don't get any other cards here, starting it off with Doc Gooden and Pete Rose, that's just awesome. I am so stoked. Well, let's open up pack 2. And the Pete Rose is just slightly off center, but I'd still say it's probably a PSA 8. So we've got Joe Price, Chris Bando, Royals leaders, George Brett and Willie Wilson. All right, Andre Dawson. There's another card that's got some value. We'll be giving that away. Gary Woods, Kurt Bevacqua, and I'm probably just butchering that name. Pat Sheridan, the ever-popular 1986 baseball checklist. We've got to turn the clock back for Fernando Valenzuela, Steve Buechele, Bob Ojeda, Steve Jentz, Steve Lyons, Ed Lynch, and Keith Hernandez. So, Pack 1 definitely's got Pack 2 beat, but it's cool to get an Andre Dawson, who I believe was an MVP in 1987. So, one of the challenges with this is that being in these cards for so long, sometimes the wax kind of stains some of these cards. So we got Tony Perez, once again part of that big red machine. Rich Thompson, Jim Presley, Ron Guidry, the Ragin' Cajun. Had some really good seasons in the late 70s with that Yankees team. Brewer legend Bob Clark. I'm just kidding. I don't know who Bob is, and I apologize, Bob, if you're listening in. Jose, Take a Caribbean Cruise. Lynn Jones. Bob Baylor. Britt Burns. Brian Dayett. Storm Davis. Junior Ortiz. Mark Hill. And crafty knuckler Joe Niekro, brother of Hall of Famer Phil Niekro. We'll just kind of put that up there too. That's a decent card. So we got one more pack. Right now I'm going to say the Pete Rose and the Dwight Gooden are still leading the charge here. All right. So we've got Bob Dernier, Sammy Khalifa, Big Dave Parker, Ken Schramm, Dave Collins, Charlie Lay, Slugger Mickey Tattleton, Mark Sullivan, Mike Brown, Lee Lacy, Randy St. Clair, Jeff Lottie, the Candyman, John Candelaria, Mike Jones, and Dave Sachs. Well, like last week, it took us 15 packs to get into the good cards. This week, it seems like we hit gold right away. But I'm going to still kind of put these guys in here and kind of line up some of these good cards. All right. Probably the top card. Time for a giveaway here. It's the Pete Rose first base manager card. It's a little off center, as you can see. The corners are really good condition, no gum stains. I'm just going to guess that's maybe a PSA 8. So this may be a $5 card, an $8 card. It's still in really good shape. Dude's got 4,200 hits. So let's give this one away. Let's see what we have. Smitty. All right. That is awesome. He was wondering if he was going to win. Smitty got a big buck this week and hopefully made a few bucks here. That's great. Here's the Dwight or Doc Gooden card. Probably one of the best athletes you would have ever seen on the pitching mound in the 80s. Pretty good condition, slightly off center. Corners are still pretty good. So this is a nice looking card. I would definitely put it in the collection here. So let's see who wins this one. Motor City Rob, you dirty dog. 2 weeks in a row. Congratulations, buddy. We're going to call this one the rest of the field. There's about 7 or 8 cards with Hall of Famers like Tony Perez and an All-Star Tony Perez, and fan favorites like Keith Hernandez, Andre Dawson, who won an MVP award, the Raging Cajun Ron Guidry. So some fun cards. So we're going to give those away as a set. And here we go. Kirk Barr from Shawano. Congratulations, bud. I'm happy to send these off to you in the mail. Want to thank everyone for joining us this week. And please hit the like button, smash that subscribe button, and we'll see you next week. So long.